Welcome to Soulful English. My name is Daniel, and I am so glad you are here today. This is not only a lesson, this is also a journey to grow, to learn, and to discover the secret to daily motivation. English learning is not only about grammar or vocabulary, it is about the heart, the mind, and the courage to continue every single day. So let's begin together, and let's see what will happen when we find that secret. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt so tired that you did not want to continue? Maybe you started learning English. You were excited at first, but then, after some days or weeks, you lost energy. You said to yourself, "It's too hard. I will stop tomorrow." Have you felt this way? I know I have. Every learner feels this way. Every human being feels this way. Motivation is like the Sunday. It rises, it shines bright, but then it goes down. It disappears, and in the dark, it feels impossible to go on. But there is a secret that can make the sun rise again every single day. That is what we will discover today. I want to share a story with you, a story about a young man named Peter. Peter was not special. He was not rich. He was not a genius. He was an ordinary student, just like you. He wanted to learn English because he dreamed of traveling. He wanted to speak with people around the world. He wanted freedom. But after 3 weeks of study, Peter felt tired. He said to himself, "I am too slow. My memory is weak. Maybe English is not for me." One day, he even closed his book and decided to give up. But then, something small happened, something that changed everything. That night, Peter's younger sister came to him. She was holding a little notebook. She said, "Peter, can you teach me one English word? Just one word." Peter was surprised. He did not feel like a teacher. He did not feel strong, but he said yes. He taught her the word hope. His sister repeated it again and again with a smile. Hope, hope, hope. Then she laughed. She hugged Peter and said, "Thank you, brother. You are so smart." In that moment, Peter felt something new. He felt energy. He felt proud. And from that day, he decided not to quit. He said to himself, "If I can teach one word, I can also learn one word. If I can give hope, I can also keep hope." That small moment became the secret to his daily motivation. So what is the lesson? The secret is not to wait for big energy. The secret is to find small sparks. A spark can be one word. A spark can be one smile. A spark can be one small success. And when you collect sparks every day, you build a fire that never dies. Now let's focus on some English words from this story. The first word is motivation. Motivation means the reason why you want to do something. For example, if you want to learn English to get a better job, that is your motivation. Repeat after me. Motivation, motivation, motivation. Good. The second word is spark. A spark is a small piece of fire, like when you light a match. In life, a spark means a small idea or event that gives you energy. Repeat after me. Spark, spark, spark. Very nice. The third word is hope. Hope means the feeling that something good will happen in the future. Hope is powerful. Hope keeps us alive. Repeat after me. Hope, hope, hope. Perfect. Now, let's practice together. I will say a sentence and you repeat after me. Ready? My motivation is to speak English with confidence. Again, my motivation is to speak English with confidence. Good. Next sentence. One small spark can change my day. Say it with me. One small spark can change my day. Excellent. Last sentence. I will never lose hope. Repeat. I will never lose hope. Wonderful. You are doing great. Here is today's mini challenge. After this video, I want you to write one short sentence in the comments. Write about your motivation. Why do you want to learn English? Is it for your job, for travel, for love, for freedom? Write one sentence. This will be your spark for today. When you write it, you will feel stronger. And maybe your sentence will inspire someone else too. Let's do a short recap. Today we talked about Peter and his secret to daily motivation. He did not give up because he found a spark in teaching his sister one word. hope. We learned 3 new words: motivation, spark, and hope. We practiced sentences together, and you now have a challenge to write your own motivation. Remember, daily motivation is not about big energy. It is about small sparks that you collect every single day. So if you enjoyed this story, stay with me until the end. Subscribe to this channel, share this video, and continue to practice. Every day you come back here, you will find another spark. And these sparks will grow into a fire that gives you strength, not only to learn English, but to live with power, passion, and joy. Every day begins with a choice. The choice is simple. You can stay the same, or you can grow. You can sit still, or you can move forward. But sometimes, when we wake up, that choice feels heavy. Our body is tired. Our mind is slow. Our heart does not want to fight. We say to ourselves, maybe I will try tomorrow. But the truth is, tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is only an idea. The only real moment we have is today. This is why daily motivation matters. Daily motivation is the spark that turns today into progress. Think about a runner. When the runner begins a race, he is full of energy. His legs move fast, his heart beats strong. But after some minutes, he feels pain. His breath becomes heavy. His body says, stop. But if he stops, he never finishes. If he keeps going, even slowly, he reaches the end. Motivation is not about speed. Motivation is about not stopping. And when we speak about learning English, it is the same. You do not need to learn 100 words today. You just need to keep going. 1 word today, 1 sentence tomorrow, 1 small step each day. That is how you win. Let me share another story with you. This is the story of Anna. Anna was a young woman from Brazil. She loved music. She wanted to sing English songs, but she could not understand the lyrics, so she decided to learn English. At first, she studied every night. She memorized words. She repeated sentences. But after some weeks, her voice grew tired. She thought, I am not good enough. I will never sing like I want. She was ready to give up. But then, one day, something beautiful happened. She was listening to her favorite song, and suddenly, for the first time, she understood 1 line. Just 1 line. It was not perfect, but it was clear. She smiled. She sang it loudly. Tears came to her eyes. She felt alive. That 1 line gave her new motivation. She said, if I can understand 1 line, I can understand another. And then another. One day, I will sing the whole song. And she did. That 1 line became the secret spark that carried her for years. What can we learn from Anna? We learn that motivation comes from progress, not from perfection. Progress is the real secret. When you see even a small change, your heart wakes up. You feel stronger. You feel hope. That small step becomes energy for the next step. So never wait for perfection. Celebrate progress. Let's focus on some English words now. The first word is lyrics. Lyrics are the words of a song. For example, I read the lyrics before I sing. Repeat after me. Lyrics. 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 Very good. The second word is progress. Progress means moving forward or improving. Example, I make progress when I practice every day. Repeat after me. Progress. 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 Wonderful. The third word is perfection. Perfection means something is completely without mistakes. Example, I do not need perfection. I only need progress. Repeat after me. Perfection. 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 Excellent. Now let's practice some sentences. Repeat after me. The lyrics help me understand the song. Again, the lyrics help me understand the song. Great. Next. Every day I make progress in English. Say it. Every day I make progress in English. Excellent. Last one. I do not need perfection. I only need progress. Repeat. I do not need perfection. I only need progress. Perfect. Here is your mini challenge for today. I want you to choose 1 English song you like. Listen carefully to the lyrics. Try to understand just 1 line. Only 1 line. Then, write that line in the comments. It does not need to be perfect. Just 1 line you understand. This will be your spark. This will be your progress. And when you do it, you will feel proud. You will see that English is not far from you. English is already inside you, waiting to grow. Let's do a short recap. Today we talked about Anna and her love for music. She almost gave up, but one line of lyrics gave her motivation. We learned 3 new words: lyrics, progress, and perfection. We practiced sentences together, and you now have a challenge. Listen to one English song and write one line you understand. Remember, motivation is not about waiting for perfection. It is about finding progress, even the smallest progress, every single day. Now let me share something important. Motivation is like a muscle. A muscle grows when you use it every day. If you do not use it, it becomes weak. If you train it, it becomes strong. How do you train motivation? By action. Action creates energy. Action creates hope. Action creates progress. Do not wait to feel motivated before you act. Act first, and the feeling will follow. For example, if you do not want to study, open your book and read 1 page. If you do not want to speak, say 1 sentence out loud. That small action will wake up your motivation. And soon, you will feel strong again. This is the true secret. Do not wait for motivation. Create it. Build it. Protect it. Every single day. And when you do, English will no longer be a heavy duty. It will be a joyful journey. So, my friend, are you ready to keep going? Are you ready to find your spark every single day? Then stay with me. Subscribe to this channel. Share this story with your friends. And remember, you are not alone. Every time you feel tired, every time you feel weak, remember Anna, remember Peter, and remember yourself. You already have the fire inside you. You only need to light it, again and again, each day. There is something important I want you to understand. Motivation is not only about learning English. Motivation is about life. When you feel strong, you can study. When you feel strong, you can work. When you feel strong, you can help others. But when you feel weak, everything becomes heavy. Even the smallest task feels impossible. That is why daily motivation is the secret not only to learning faster, but also to living better. Think of a small plant. The plant does not grow in one day. Every day, it receives a little water. Every day, it receives a little sunlight. Slowly, it grows taller and stronger. One day, it becomes a tree. Your motivation is like that plant. If you give it small care every day, it will grow into a tree of strength. But if you forget to give it water, if you hide it from the sun, it becomes weak and dies. That is why you must give your motivation daily care. Even 5 minutes of practice, even 1 encouraging word, even 1 act of kindness to yourself that is water for your plant. Let me share another story. This is about a man named Joseph. Joseph worked in a factory. He worked long hours, and every day he was tired. But Joseph had a dream. He wanted to learn English, so that one day he could get a better job. At first, he studied at night, after work. But soon, his eyes were heavy. His head hurt. He thought, I cannot do this. I am too busy. I am too tired. He was ready to stop. But then one morning, while he was waiting for the bus, he listened to a short English podcast. It was only 5 minutes long. But he understood some words. He repeated them softly. Good morning. How are you? That 5 minutes made him feel alive. He thought, if I cannot study for 2 hours, I can study for 5 minutes. And so, every day while waiting for the bus, Joseph listened. He repeated. He smiled. And little by little, he improved. Years later, he found a new job. He used English in interviews. He travelled. And he never forgot that it all began with 5 minutes on the bus. What can we learn from Joseph? We learn that motivation grows from small actions. You do not need hours every day. You only need moments. A moment is enough to keep your plant alive. A moment is enough to light your spark. And when these moments join together, they become power. Now, let's learn some new English words. The first word is factory. A factory is a place where people make things, like cars, clothes, or machines. Example, my father works in a factory. Repeat after me. Factory, factory, factory. Good. The second word is encouraging. Encouraging means something that gives you hope or support. Example, her smile was encouraging to me. Repeat after me. Encouraging, encouraging, encouraging. Very nice. The third word is interview. An interview is a meeting where someone asks questions, usually for a job. Example, I spoke English during my interview. Repeat after me. Interview, interview, interview. Excellent. Let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. Joseph worked in a factory every day. Again, Joseph worked in a factory every day. Great. Next sentence. One encouraging word can give me energy. Say it. One encouraging word can give me energy. Excellent. Last one. I need English for my job interview. Repeat. I need English for my job interview. Perfect. Here is your mini challenge. Tomorrow, I want you to take 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. Do not think about studying for hours, just 5 minutes. In that time, listen to an English song. Or read one page of a book. Or repeat one short dialogue. After 5 minutes, stop. That is enough. Then write in the comments what you did in those 5 minutes. Did you listen? Did you read? Did you repeat? Share it, and you will see that small actions are powerful. Let's do a short recap. Today we learned from Joseph. He discovered that even 5 minutes a day can change everything. We learned 3 words: factory, encouraging, and interview. We practiced sentences. And you now have a challenge. 5 minutes of English tomorrow. Remember, your motivation is like a plant. If you water it every day, even a little, it will grow into a tree of strength. But now, let's go deeper. There is another secret about motivation. Motivation grows when you connect it with meaning. What does that mean? It means that when you know why you are learning, your heart becomes strong. If you say, I want to learn English because my teacher told me, that is weak. If you say, I want to learn English because I want a better life for my family, that is strong. The meaning gives power to the action. The meaning gives life to the spark. Without meaning, motivation dies. With meaning, motivation becomes fire. So I ask you now, why do you want to learn English? Think deeply. Is it for your career? For travel? For connection? For love? For freedom? Write it down. Say it out loud. Make it your personal reason. Because when the days are dark, when you feel tired, your reason will keep you alive. Just like Peter found hope through teaching his sister, just like Anna found joy through music, just like Joseph found power through 5 minutes, you will find your reason. And that reason will become your fire. So stay with me. Do not stop. We still have much more to learn together. Remember, every story, every word, every sentence is a spark, and these sparks will become the fire that lights your journey. Not only in English, but in life. Sometimes people think motivation is a big secret locked in a book. They imagine successful people wake up every day full of energy, full of excitement, full of joy. But the truth is different. Successful people feel tired too. Successful people feel lazy too. Successful people also want to stop sometimes. So what is the difference? The difference is that they do not listen to the voice that says, stop. They listen to the voice that says, keep going. They choose to act even when they do not feel like it. And that choice makes all the difference. Imagine a student named Maya. Maya lived in a small village. She wanted to learn English because she dreamed of working in another country. But in her village, there were no teachers. There were no schools for English. She only had one old phone, but she decided not to give up. Every day, she opened YouTube. Every day, she listened to one short video. At first, she did not understand. She felt lost, but she kept listening. She repeated the sentences, even if they sounded strange. She laughed at her mistakes. Months passed. Slowly, she understood more. She started to speak with strangers online. She made friends. And one day, she got her first job interview abroad. She was nervous, but she spoke with courage. She did not speak perfectly, but she spoke clearly. And she was accepted. From a small village with only a phone, Maya built a new life. Her secret was not luck. Her secret was daily motivation. She kept going, even when it was hard. She acted, even when she was tired. And that is why she succeeded. What can we learn from Maya? We learn that motivation is not about resources. It is about choice. You do not need the best school. You do not need the best teacher. You do not need perfect tools. You only need to keep choosing, every day, to move forward. The small daily actions create the big results. Let's focus on some new English words. The first word is village. A village is a small town or community, often in the countryside. Example: my grandmother lives in a village. Repeat after me. Village, village, village. Good. The second word is stranger. A stranger is a person you do not know. Example: I spoke with a stranger on the bus. Repeat after me. Stranger, stranger, stranger. Excellent. The third word is abroad. Abroad means in another country. Example: I want to study abroad. Repeat after me. Abroad, abroad, abroad. Perfect. Now let's practice some sentences together. Repeat after me. My family comes from a small village. Again. My family comes from a small village. Great. Next. I met a stranger who helped me. Say it. I met a stranger who helped me. Excellent. Last one. One day I will travel abroad. Repeat. One day I will travel abroad. Very nice. Here is your mini challenge. I want you to think about your own resources. Maybe you only have a phone. Maybe you only have 10 minutes. Maybe you only have one friend who speaks English. Use what you have. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Write in the comments, I will use ____ to learn English. Fill in the blank with your resource. For example, I will use my phone, or I will use my free time, or I will use my favorite music. This simple sentence will remind you that you already have enough to begin. Let's do a short recap. Today we learned from Maya, who lived in a small village but used her phone to learn English. We learned 3 new words: village, stranger, and abroad. We practiced sentences. And you now have a challenge. Write how you will use your own resource to learn English. Remember, success is not about waiting for perfect tools. It is about using what you already have and taking small daily steps. Now, let me tell you something deeper. Many people say, I will wait for the right moment. They wait for summer. They wait for vacation. They wait for inspiration. But the right moment never comes. The only right moment is now. Now is your power. Now is your chance. If you take action today, tomorrow will change. But if you wait, tomorrow stays the same. So the true secret to motivation is not waiting. It is starting, and starting again, and starting again even after you fall. Think of a child learning to walk. The child stands, then falls. The child cries, then stands again. The child falls 10 times, 20 times, 100 times. But the child never says, I will stop. Why? Because the child has no fear of failure. The child only has the desire to walk. And one day, the child does walk. This is the same for you. You will fall, you will forget. You will make mistakes. But if you stand again, if you keep starting, one day you will speak English with freedom. So, my friend, do not wait. Do not hide. Do not say, I will try later. Say, I will start today. Even if today is small, even if today is only 5 minutes, even if today is only 1 word. That is enough, because every small today becomes a big tomorrow. Stay with me, because we are building not just English, but strength for life. Every word, every sentence, every challenge is training your motivation, and every day you are becoming stronger, more confident, and more alive. Every time we talk about motivation, people ask me one question. They say, how can I stay motivated every day? How can I stop giving up? And my answer is always the same. Do not try to stay motivated forever. Try to stay motivated today. That is the real secret. Do not carry the weight of 100 days on your shoulders. Carry only 1 day. Carry only today. And when today is finished, tomorrow will take care of itself. Think about climbing a mountain. From the bottom, the top looks impossible. You say, I cannot do this, the mountain is too high. But if you look only at your next step, it becomes possible. One step, then another, then another. Slowly, you reach the top. Motivation works in the same way. Do not think about years. Do not think about perfection. Think only about today's step. If you take today's step, that is enough. Let me tell you the story of David. David wanted to run a marathon. A marathon is 42 kilometers. At first, he was afraid. He thought, I cannot run that far. But he decided to try. On the first day, he only ran 1 kilometer. He felt tired, but he was happy. The next day, he ran 1 kilometer again. The next week, he tried 2 kilometers. Every week, he added 1 more. Months later, he could run 10 kilometers, then 15, then 20. And after 1 year, he ran the full marathon. He said, I did not run 42 kilometers in 1 day. I ran 1 kilometer many times, every day. That is the secret. Motivation grows when you focus on the next small step, not the whole mountain. Now let's learn some new English words. The first word is marathon. A marathon is a very long running race, usually 42 kilometers. Example, she trained for the marathon for 1 year. Repeat after me, marathon, marathon, marathon. Good. The second word is shoulders. Your shoulders are the parts of your body between your neck and your arms. Example, he carried a heavy bag on his shoulders. Repeat after me, shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Excellent. The third word is step. A step is the movement you make when you put one foot in front of the other. Example, I take 1 step at a time. Repeat after me, step, step, step. Perfect. Now let's practice some sentences together. Repeat after me. I will run a marathon one day. Again. I will run a marathon one day. Great. Next. The bag on my shoulders feels heavy. Say it. The bag on my shoulders feels heavy. Excellent. Last one. Every journey begins with 1 step. Repeat. Every journey begins with 1 step. Wonderful. Here is your mini challenge. I want you to write 1 small step you will take today. Only today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. For example, today I will learn 3 new words. Or, today I will listen to 5 minutes of English audio. Or, today I will say 1 English sentence aloud. Write it in the comments. Share your step. And then, when you finish it, celebrate. Because 1 small step today is more powerful than 1 big dream tomorrow. Let's do a short recap. Today, we learned from David, who ran a marathon by focusing on 1 step at a time. We learned 3 words: marathon, shoulders, and step. We practiced sentences. And you now have a challenge. Write and complete 1 small step today. Remember, motivation is not about carrying the whole mountain. It is about taking 1 step every single day. But there is something even deeper. Motivation grows when you connect with others. When you share your journey, your energy grows stronger. Alone, you can walk far, but together, you can walk farther. This is why community is important. When you speak English with others, when you share your progress, when you help another learner, you also help yourself. Just like Peter teaching his sister, just like Anna singing her song, just like Joseph listening on the bus, your spark becomes brighter when you share it. I want to tell you about another learner. Her name is Fatima. Fatima moved to a new country. She felt alone. She did not speak English well. She was afraid to go outside. She was afraid to talk to people. But one day, she met another woman who was also learning English. They decided to meet once a week. They practiced together. Sometimes they laughed at mistakes. Sometimes they encouraged each other. And slowly, both of them improved. Fatima said later, "If I had studied alone, I would have quit. But with my friend, I found motivation." So what can we learn from Fatima? We learn that motivation grows when we are not alone. A friend, a group, a community, these things give us strength. They remind us we are human. They remind us we are not fighting by ourselves. That is why I invite you to use this channel as your community. Leave comments, encourage others, share your sparks. Because your story may be the light for someone else's dark day. Let's focus on some new words. The first word is community. A community is a group of people who share something in common. Example: my community helps me learn. Repeat after me. Community, community, community. Good. The second word is encourage. To encourage means to give support or confidence to someone. Example: my teacher encourages me every day. Repeat after me. Encourage, encourage, encourage. Excellent. The third word is alone. Alone means by yourself, with no one else. Example: I felt alone in a new city. Repeat after me. Alone, alone, alone. Perfect. Let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. We learn faster in a community. Again, we learn faster in a community. Great. Next, please encourage your friends to practice. Say it. Please encourage your friends to practice. Excellent. Last one. I was alone, but now I have friends. Repeat. I was alone, but now I have friends. Wonderful. Here is your mini challenge. Choose one person you can encourage today. Maybe a friend. Maybe another learner. Maybe a family member. Say one kind word. Share one sentence of English with them. Then write in the comments what you did. For example, I encouraged my friend to keep studying. Or, I encouraged my sister with a smile. This action will not only help them, it will also make your own motivation stronger. So remember, daily motivation is not only about you, it is also about the people around you. Your fire can light another fire. Your spark can become a flame in someone else's heart. And together, we create a world full of light, progress, and hope. Every time you practice English, you are not only learning words, you are training your mind. You are teaching yourself discipline, courage, and focus. These qualities will not only help you with English, they will also help you with life. This is the beauty of daily motivation. It builds more than skills, it builds character. And character is what makes you strong when life becomes difficult. Think of a soldier. The soldier trains every day, even when there is no war. Why? Because when the day of battle comes, he will be ready. In the same way, your daily practice prepares you for the day you need English. Maybe in a job interview, maybe at an airport, maybe when meeting a new friend. On that day, your training will speak for you. Your motivation will protect you. Let me share the story of Ethan. Ethan was shy. He wanted to learn English, but he was afraid to speak. Every time he tried, his face turned red. His voice shook. He thought, everyone will laugh at me. But he decided to try something simple. Every morning, he stood in front of a mirror. He said one English sentence aloud. I am learning English. That was all. Every day, the same sentence. After 1 month, he added another. I am confident. Then another. I can speak English. Slowly, his fear became smaller. His voice became stronger. Months later, he joined an English club. He still felt nervous, but he remembered the mirror. He remembered his sentences, and he spoke. Everyone listened. No one laughed. They clapped. Ethan smiled. He knew that his daily practice had changed him. His secret was not talent. His secret was simple repetition. What can we learn from Ethan? We learn that motivation grows when you repeat positive actions every day. Repetition builds confidence. Repetition kills fear. Repetition creates progress. One small action, done again and again, becomes a habit, and habits shape your future. Now let's learn some new words. The first word is mirror. A mirror is a glass surface where you can see your reflection. Example: I look in the mirror every morning. Repeat after me. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Good. The second word is shy. Shy means nervous or uncomfortable when speaking with others. Example: the boy is shy in front of strangers. Repeat after me. Shy. Excellent. The third word is repetition. Repetition means doing something again and again. Example: repetition helps me remember new words. Repeat after me. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Perfect. Now let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. I see my reflection in the mirror. Again. I see my reflection in the mirror. Great. Next. She is shy, but she is learning. Say it. She is shy, but she is learning. Excellent. Last one. Repetition is the mother of learning. Repeat. Repetition is the mother of learning. Wonderful. Here is your mini challenge. Tomorrow morning, stand in front of a mirror. Say one English sentence aloud. It can be simple. For example, I am learning English. Or, today will be a good day. Say it with courage. Say it with a smile. Then write in the comments what sentence you chose. This practice will give you confidence. It will remind you that your voice is powerful. Let's do a short recap. Today we learned from Ethan, who overcame shyness by practicing in front of a mirror every day. We learned 3 words: mirror, shy, and repetition. We practiced sentences. And you now have a challenge. Say one English sentence to yourself in the mirror tomorrow. Remember, daily motivation grows from repetition. The more you repeat, the stronger you become. But let's go deeper. Motivation is not always about energy. Sometimes motivation is about rest. Yes, rest. Your body and mind need balance. If you study every day without rest, you will feel empty. You will lose focus. You will lose joy. Rest is not weakness. Rest is part of growth. Just like a runner needs water, just like a plant needs rain, your motivation needs peace. Think about Sarah. Sarah studied every night. She wanted to improve fast. But after 2 months, she felt tired. Her eyes hurt. Her head was heavy. She started to hate English. She thought, maybe I should stop. But then her teacher told her, take 1 day to rest. Do something fun. Do not study. At first, Sarah felt guilty, but she decided to try. She went for a walk. She listened to music. She laughed with friends. The next day, she opened her book again. To her surprise, she felt fresh. She felt ready. Her brain worked better. She realized that rest was not the end of learning. Rest was fuel for learning. So what can we learn from Sarah? We learn that daily motivation is not about doing more. It is about balance. Work and rest. Study and joy. Effort and peace. When you balance these things, your motivation stays alive. Let's learn some new words. The first word is balance. Balance means keeping different parts equal and healthy. Example: you need balance between work and rest. Repeat after me. Balance, balance, balance. Good. The second word is guilty. Guilty means feeling bad because you think you did something wrong. Example: she felt guilty for not studying. Repeat after me. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Excellent. The third word is fuel. Fuel is something that gives energy, like gas for a car. Example: food is fuel for the body. Repeat after me. Fuel, fuel, fuel. Perfect. Now let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. Balance keeps my life healthy. Again. Balance keeps my life healthy. Great. Next. I do not need to feel guilty for resting. Say it. I do not need to feel guilty for resting. Excellent. Last one. Motivation is fuel for my dreams. Repeat. Motivation is fuel for my dreams. Wonderful. Here is your mini challenge. Today, take a small rest. It can be 10 minutes. It can be 1 hour. Do something that makes you smile. Walk. Listen to music. Pray. Breathe. Then, when you come back to study, notice how your energy feels stronger. Write in the comments what rest activity you chose. So remember, motivation grows with action, but it also grows with balance. You need fire, but you also need water. You need discipline, but you also need peace. And when you find that balance, your daily motivation will not burn out. It will continue steady and strong, like a light that never dies. Motivation is like a circle. At the top of the circle is action. You take action, and you feel progress. When you feel progress, you feel happy. When you feel happy, you feel motivated. When you feel motivated, you take more action, and the circle continues. But what happens when you stop? The circle breaks. No action means no progress. No progress means no happiness. No happiness means no motivation. That is why the secret is simple. Always keep the circle alive. Even a small action is enough to keep it moving. I want to share a story about Carlos. Carlos loved football. He was a good player in his town, but he wanted more. He wanted to play in another country, where the level was higher. For that, he needed English. At first he thought, I will wait until I feel ready. But days passed, then weeks, then months. He never started. One day his coach told him, Carlos, if you wait to feel ready, you will wait forever. Start now. Carlos listened. He decided to take one small action. He wrote 3 English sentences every night. That was all. But those sentences became his daily circle. Soon, he could write pages. Soon, he could speak short dialogues. Months later, he joined a football camp abroad. He was nervous, but he used the English he had practiced. And he succeeded. Today, he plays with an international team. He says, The circle saved me. Every day, one small action kept my motivation alive. What can we learn from Carlos? We learn that motivation lives in the circle of action. Do not wait to feel ready. Do not wait for perfect time. Act first. Even small actions feed the circle, and the circle feeds your motivation. Now let's learn some new words. The first word is circle. A circle is a round shape with no end. Example, the earth is shaped like a circle. Repeat after me. Circle, circle, circle. Good. The second word is coach. A coach is a person who trains or guides you in sports or skills. Example, the coach helped the team win. Repeat after me. Coach, coach, coach. Excellent. The third word is dialogue. A dialogue is a conversation between 2 or more people. Example, we practiced a short dialogue in English class. Repeat after me. Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue. Perfect. Now let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. Motivation works like a circle. Again. Motivation works like a circle. Great. Next. My coach always gives me advice. Say it. My coach always gives me advice. Excellent. Last one. We practiced a dialogue together. Repeat. We practiced a dialogue together. Wonderful. Here is your mini challenge. Choose one small action to repeat daily. It can be writing one sentence. It can be saying one phrase aloud. It can be listening to one short clip. Do it every day for 1 week. Then write in the comments what action you chose. Remember, the circle grows when you keep moving. Let's do a short recap. Today we learned from Carlos, who built daily motivation through his circle of action. We learned 3 words: circle, coach, and dialogue. We practiced sentences, and you now have a challenge. Choose one small daily action for 1 week. Remember, motivation begins with action, and action keeps the circle alive. Now let's talk about another secret. Motivation becomes stronger when you connect it to your dreams. Your dream is your vision of the future. It is like a picture in your mind. When you see that picture clearly, your heart feels alive. But if you forget your dream, your motivation becomes weak. So every day, remind yourself of your dream. Close your eyes. Imagine it. Speak it out loud. Feel it. This practice gives you daily fire. Think about Layla. Layla dreamed of becoming a nurse. She wanted to work in a hospital abroad. She needed English, but the journey was long. Sometimes she felt tired. Sometimes she felt hopeless. But every night before bed, she closed her eyes. She imagined herself in a white uniform. She imagined herself helping patients. She imagined herself speaking English with doctors. That vision gave her strength. She said, "Even when I am tired, my dream calls me." Years later, she became a nurse. She said, "My dream was my daily motivation." What can we learn from Layla? We learn that dreams are not only far away, dreams can live inside you every day. And when you see them clearly, they give you the courage to keep moving. Let's learn some new words. The first word is vision. A vision is a clear picture or idea of the future. Example, my vision is to speak English with confidence. Repeat after me. Vision, vision, vision. Good. The second word is uniform. A uniform is special clothing worn by people in a job. Example: the nurse wears a white uniform. Repeat after me. Uniform, uniform, uniform. Excellent. The third word is patient. A patient is a person who receives care from a doctor or nurse. Example: the patient is waiting for treatment. Repeat after me. Patient, patient, patient. Perfect. Now let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. My vision keeps me strong. Again. My vision keeps me strong. Great. Next. She looks smart in her new uniform. Say it. She looks smart in her new uniform. Excellent. Last one. The doctor spoke kindly to the patient. Repeat. The doctor spoke kindly to the patient. Wonderful. Here is your mini challenge. Tonight, close your eyes for 1 minute. Imagine your dream clearly. See yourself speaking English, traveling, working, or living your best life. Then write in the comments one sentence. My dream is. Fill in the blank with your dream. This small practice will give you a spark of daily motivation. So remember, motivation is a circle of action, but it is also a fire of dreams. When you act, you feel progress. When you dream, you feel purpose. Together, they make you unstoppable. Now, my friend, we are near the end of this journey together. We have travelled through many stories. We met Peter, who found hope by teaching his sister. We met Anna, who found progress in one song lyric. We met Joseph, who used 5 minutes on the bus. We met Maya, who learned in her village with only a phone. We met David, who ran his marathon 1 step at a time. We met Fatima, who grew strong with her friend. We met Ethan, who practiced in the mirror. We met Sarah, who found power in balance. We met Carlos, who kept his circle alive. And we met Layla, who followed her dream to become a nurse. Each one showed us the secret to daily motivation. And now, it is your turn. So let me ask you, what is your story? You may think your story is small, but every story matters. Every story has power. When you find your spark, when you choose your step, when you repeat your action, when you see your dream, you are writing your own story of motivation. And that story will inspire someone else. Maybe your friend, maybe your child, maybe a stranger on the other side of the world. Do not hide your story. Share it. Live it. Become it. Now, before we finish, let's learn 3 more words. The first word is journey. A journey is a trip or experience from one place to another. Example: learning English is a journey. Repeat after me. Journey, journey, journey. Good. The second word is struggle. A struggle is something difficult that you fight to overcome. Example: my struggle made me stronger. Repeat after me. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Excellent. The third word is inspire. To inspire means to give someone new energy or ideas. Example: her story will inspire many people. Repeat after me. Inspire, inspire, inspire. Perfect. Now let's practice sentences together. Repeat after me. This journey will change my life. Again, this journey will change my life. Great. Next. I will not give up in the struggle. Say it. I will not give up in the struggle. Excellent. Last one. My story can inspire others. Repeat. My story can inspire others. Wonderful. Here is your final challenge. After watching this video, write in the comments one sentence beginning with, my story is. It can be simple, it can be short, but write it, speak it, believe it, because your story matters. And your story may be the light that keeps someone else moving forward. Let's do our final recap together. We discovered that motivation is not about waiting for big energy. It is about finding small sparks. Motivation is not about perfection. It is about progress. Motivation is not about time. It is about action, even for 5 minutes. Motivation is not about tools. It is about using what you already have. Motivation is not about carrying the whole mountain. It is about taking one step today. Motivation is not about being alone. It is about sharing the journey with others. Motivation is not only about fire, it is also about balance and rest. Motivation is not about waiting to feel ready. It is about starting and building the circle. And motivation is not only about the present, it is also about dreams, the visions of your future that give you power today. So here is the secret to daily motivation. Do not wait. Do not stop. Do not hide. Act today. Repeat tomorrow. Rest when you need. Share your story. Believe your dream. And remember, English is not only grammar, not only vocabulary, not only practice. English is freedom. English is connection. English is life. And now, as we finish, I want you to repeat some sentences with me. Say them aloud, with strength. I am learning English every day. Again. I am learning English every day. Good. Next. My small steps will lead to big results. Say it. My small steps will lead to big results. Excellent. Next. My story has power to inspire others. Say it. My story has power to inspire others. Wonderful. Last one. I will never give up. Say it again. I will never give up. Perfect. This is the end of today's lesson. But it is not the end of your journey. Your journey is just beginning. And every day, you will find new sparks, new words, new steps, new dreams. Stay with me on this channel because we will continue to grow together. Subscribe, share this video with your friends, and come back tomorrow for another spark. Together, we will build not only English, but also a life full of hope, strength, and daily motivation. So thank you, my friend, for staying with me until the end. Remember, your story matters, your dream matters. And your daily motivation is the secret that will carry you forward, one step at a time, into a future full of light, freedom, and joy.